Welcome friends to another Expanse video. Today we're going to look at Mars, sites around the planet, the government and of course the Navy. So general spoilers on those topics. Let's get straight into it. The red planet holds a population of 10 billion lives, and the numbers did not start that high. It began as a colony for the people of Earth. 3 generations dug into the surface of Mars. They had, during that time, been dependent on Earth for some of their supplies. Also in this time it developed strengths in science, research, and a new generation of ships was developed through these things. Mars wanted to be independent even back then, and it was sparked when a secessionists' manifesto caused the UN to send 42 ships to Mars, but negotiations calmed this down and the ships returned to Earth. Another step down the road was when it was announced via the United Nations that all future Martian ships would have to be built at the shipyards on Luna. Mars did not send a response, so the UN ordered the Red Planet shipyards be shut down till an inspection team could be issued. This again was ignored by Mars, and war seemed inevitable until Solomon Epstein made his drive, and this technology gave Mars the advantage as they could go further and faster than the ships of Earth, and they in the end exchanged this drive for sovereignty from Earth. It was then Mars formed the Martian Congressional Republic to rule them, and the Martian Congressional Republic Navy to serve in a military capacity. The MCR will eventually rule over 4 billion lives on Mars. It often has to still compete with Earth, and the Navy strengthens the balance by being more advanced technologically. The Prime Minister is the commanding officer over the MCR. That person is elected and dismissed as per the will of the Martian Congress. Within the MCRN, the small ships are made floor by floor. First engineering, then the galley and crew cabins, next are medical and interrogation chambers, then storage and airlocks, and finally the top level where the command deck and pilot or bridge area are housed. Elevators and ladders connect these areas. The ships usually move in small pairs or separately, and the pride of the MCRN is the Donager class ship. They are 500 metres in length, and their surface bristles with torpedo tubes, PDCs, that's point defence cannons, and 90-metre long railguns. These are the flagships of the Mars Navy and can house smaller ships within them. Older second-generation ships are accompanied by fast-attacking cruisers, destroyers. The people of Mars take great pride in their martial strength. One of the great goals of Mars that it has set for itself, now they are free of Earth, is the terraforming project. But this has slowly been in decline as young Martians are becoming used to living within domed settlements. The capital of Mars is Londres Nova. 40k people live and work there. The city is partly underground in a network of tunnels housed beneath the permafrost of Mars, made over generations who have lived on the red planet. The soil is used as insulation and radiation shielding in place of a magnetosphere, and domes pressed through to the surface. Government buildings are in the city's downtown called Atapol. Within the city is a large university that has lower parts called Breach Candy and upper parts called Salton. Older parts of the city still hold the mark of colonization scars made by automated construction bots. The area Atapol is looked on as the downtown of the city and is linked to other neighbourhoods via the tube. It also has shops and restaurants that cater to the high-class clientele living there. The MCR have their offices there. The government broadcasts debates from there. Salton has a monorail to Dambad Nova, a large research centre, and connects the upper clinics with the lower and middle class areas. 2 areas, Nariman and Martinez Town, are struggling to develop as they were once industrial areas. A lot of lower class families live there. The worst areas, however, are Innis Deep and Innis Shallows. They have one tube route and a lot of belter-like Martians live there. By that it means they are independent, but they do still welcome outsiders, and drug dealers recruit chemists from the university to cook narcotics they can sell to the populace. Olympus Mons is the largest mountain in the solar system, and cut into its slopes are several small cities where farming and prisoners break rocks, and they are in the form of chain gangs. The most prominent city is Hecate Base, the MCRN training facility. Syria Platinum is close and holds a lot of both European and Algerian immigrants who have given rise to Martian folk music there going back generations. As we go further, the Marina Valley is a canyon that runs far along the red planet's equator and has history as one of the first large-scale settlements that was established. It has 5 neighbourhoods that are burrowed into the canyons, linked by bridges and tubes, and tucked within the canyon. They are protected from some of the elements of Mars. It was settled in an early immigration wave by settlers from China, East and Texas. Today, the residents still hold to their old heritage, with a cowboy-like attitude and style of speech. They are also into sports played in low gravity. The local team in Marina Valley has a large fan base. In Dambad, as we mentioned earlier, is a research centre, and one of the largest on Mars, with many research wings. There they've done things like anti-cancer, which is used on every ship now, and it was developed there, as well as water reclamation methods and the start of the Epstein drive. Perhaps due to the money there, the local hotels are high-end and can provide luxury wherever someone is from. Conglomerates such as Mastech and Kwiatkowski have massive stakes in the labs there, with levels above and below the surface. And now we've gone through that description of Mars, friends, I turn this over to you. Where would you like to stay on Mars? What would you do there? Have you seen a protomolecule soldier on the surface? Comment down below.